Hey guys, it's Frank casting the Grand Finals of TANC20, the weekly Stormgate tournament. In the upper left, there's Snoxtar. Upper right, there's Kel. Both Infernals. Infernal versus Infernal. Looks like we're going to see both Hexens going straight south, so they won't immediately scout each other, but I think the first time that they see a camp go down, or camp get captured, it's going to be a pretty good indicator of where their opponent is. And I think that's one more reason why if you don't have vision of the camp, I don't necessarily think you should see who has ownership of it until you scout it. But maybe that'll get patched in later on. We'll see. Yeah. Okay. So both Hexen are going to see nothing. Snoxtar is going to put a meat farm down. Oh, this Hexen is going home, which is fine. Oh, I think it's just faster to go home and scout west than it is to just walk all the way along that isosceles hypotenuse. Boom. I don't even remember who my geometry. Take that, Mr. Barnett. Mr. Barnett knows who he is. He taught me the geometries. Okay, but this Hexen is not going to teleport home. Just going to keep on walking around. We see a Brute coming out to reinforce this Hexen that aggroed the Shadow Mastiffs by itself. Pretty bold. Meanwhile, we see Kel's Hexen and two Gaunts going for this camp, but I think one of these Hexens, yeah, this Hexen's targeting this slime, which is suboptimal, but it's fine. Oh, and I think a Skullashetta got wasted there as well. Could be coming out with 3 Fiends instead of 2. It doesn't actually matter that much. It's like the old Zergling and Reaper dance. It's like, okay, does killing a Zergling matter all that much? No, but it does help in the early game when you're still creeping around trying to get all these camps. Okay, so we are going to see this Brute head on over to the Vision camp. The Speed camp already got captured by a Hexen, which took some hits, the Brute, which took some hits, and a couple of Fiends, which took some hits. Snoxtar decides to aggro with the high white health Fiend, or high white health Brute. The Felhogs are going to do their part and tank a bunch of damage to the Shadow Demons, while the Brute and the Fiends are going to take... Oh, we do see a Fiend coming in here trying to scout everything out, and it looks like it will get a full scout of the main and the Expo. But there's really not much to see. It's just a main and a natural. Alright, so we do see one Fiend come over here and see the meat farm. I think it was just trying to steal this this Vision camp, but it's not going to be able to. Interesting that there's a Venn diagram here where like both sides can now see the central camp and whether or not it's being taken. Looks like Snoxtar wants to come down here and take the... Oh, looks like he captured this health camp. And it looks like he wants to capture this one as well. Just to get the global passive of that. It's going to be nice. Manually splits his Brutes so that his Fiends have white health when they go into the fight. Splits that Brute as well. I don't think he needed to. Especially because these Fiends lose their white health the longer they're off Shroud. So I think it might have been better to just keep them alive. Meanwhile, we do see the Gaunt Fiend ball here being escorted by the Hexen. It's not really doing anything, possibly waiting for reinforcements before going for that Luminite camp. But we are going to see this little hit squad of Fiends. Oh, they're gonna see this shrine. They're gonna start pecking away at it. All right, so Kel sees this. He's gonna come over. Okay, he does force a cancel on it. The imp goes down. 2 Fiends versus what is that? 10 Fiends. Not gonna be enough. And the rest of his army is just too slow to keep up. So those 2 Fiends get picked off. Yeah, and Snoxtar sees a Gaunt, so he's going to go back home, possibly. Oh, he could have gotten intercepted too. That would have been cool. Anyway, so we see more Brutes coming out. We see Clown Cave, and no tech to speak of just yet. We do see a Greater Shrine already. Maybe that's... Okay, I thought the Magmadon was locked behind a structure for some reason. Like a structure in addition to being tier 2, but wrong there. Okay, so the Ethereum camp is going down to Snoxtar, who is just staying super active on the map. He's got his 3rd up and coming. It's about 3/4 of the way done. And the 3rd for Kel is going right next to the Ethereum, which is interesting. Normally you see Well, it's interesting that they split the Therium and the Luminite mines separately, which is a bit of a chore for Infernals, especially because they don't have a Therium drop-off structure. Not yet, anyway. I think they do need one, just because it's quite strong. And I think they're the Therium-starved race. Feel free to leave a comment if you disagree, or don't. I don't really do this whole YouTuber casting thing for views or likes. Go subscribe to someone else's channel. If you want to subscribe to mine, fine. But there's other casters out there that are probably doing a better job than me. All right, so these fiends are just going to be super annoying. Oh, looks like they're going to get pinchered, are they? They're quite fast. Oh, so yeah, they're just going to leave. They're going to see that's way too many gaunts to engage. They're going to split their forces and leave with basically no consequences. Meanwhile, on the side of Snoxtar, it looks like this Magdon is going to initiate one of the... is that a Piper? No, it's a Cleaver. Cleaver gets infested, goes down and makes a Fiend. Bruiser goes down and makes a Fiend. Alright, passive Luminite for Snoxtar, who is really dominating the map for these creep camps. He's already got, what, 6? 6 creep camps on the side of Snoxtar, and none of them are really being challenged by Kel. So he's got passive Therium, passive Luminite, passive speed, and 2 passive health, which is, I mean, that's a lot. These fiends are going to come down here, and they're going to start challenging this meat farm. Peck away at that a little bit, but these gaunts are already too close. Pick off 1 fiend, 2 fiend, 3 fiend before they leave. So really, yeah, they brought the meat farm down to half health, but you know. Ooh. Is it really all that impactful? Maybe not, but it did give enough time for those gaunts to come down and say, no, get off my vision camp. You don't belong here. Meanwhile, Kel finally going for his passive Therium. Is gonna kite out the Bruiser, but might have overestimated just how far he could leash it. Yeah, it keeps on stutter stepping back. 1 gaunt does go down, but a Fiend is generated, and it is going to start taking these hits from the Piper. Alright, Snoxtar does regain control of the 12 o'clock health camp. We see a 4th shrine coming down for Snoxtar, and it looks like his Luminite mine here is close to full saturation. So yeah, the economy for Snoxtar is doing fantastic. And we've got, what is it? Looks like 6 workers apiece on these Therium patches. So yeah, Therium expenditure is about to, you know, you can spend a lot more Therium here pretty soon. Not that it matters. He is floating a little bit of cash while being behind. Oh, he is supply blocked as well. That's a painful spot to be in, especially when you have like all the money in the world and you've got your eco all set up. It's like, oh man, I forgot to make meat farms. That's a little bit annoying. A single fiend is going to slowly capture the health camp up there, and this is a lot of weavers. I count, what, 6, 7, 8 weavers being supported by Gaunt Ball plus Hexen. So I think we might be able to see a huge fight going down over here right outside of the natural of Snoxtar, but they turn around when they see Snoxtar taking this vision camp. I think they just don't want to be out of position. Oh, and the pencil sharpener. Snoxtar also got the pencil sharpener. Now what the pencil sharpener actually does can be a bit of a mystery sometimes. Sometimes it'll just go after its target as it wants to. So I think we are going to finally see the big fight come down. We're going to see Weavers going to Weavers right in the middle. I think we see a better concave here from Snoxtar, just getting more DPS around those units that might not necessarily be getting into battle. Yeah, on backlines here we see some gaunts that just aren't getting into the fight. A lot of the Weavers on the side of Kel are just disappearing. The V5 rocket launcher is doing very little. It takes so long for that projectile to land, but there's a juicy hit with the V5. Gaunts over here intercepting the 2 Weavers and a couple of gaunts of reinforcement on the side of Kel. Oh, we're seeing huge connections from that V5 rocket launcher. I never thought it would be useful. And there's the GG from Kel. That'll be it for Game 1 of the TANC20 Grand Finals.